How do you start to meditate? Hey, Jason here. And if you've been following the channel for a while, you know I've been going through the Success Puzzle, which is part of Bob Proctor's self-study coaching program. And also today's going to go hand in hand with that. And we're going to talk about how do you actually start meditating? How do you get in the habit of meditating? Because most of us have not been programmed, or we don't have the paradigm of meditating every day. It's very hard for us to do. So to be able to do it, I'm going to break it down. But first, I want to actually go into what is the definition of meditation. And remember, the reason why I'm doing all this definition is because I want you to see we're using words on a daily basis that's been taught to us through school, and we were not taught what these words really mean. We were taught incorrect definitions or half-truths, and a half-truth is incorrect. You cannot succeed in life with half-truths. You need to know exactly what you need to do. And so when I looked up the definition of meditation, no shocker to me, it was just another wasted word in the dictionary. It said the ability to meditate. What does that mean? The ability to meditate. If you've never meditated before, how are you going to go into meditation by looking up that definition? It gives you no basis or grounds to work off of, no building blocks. And so meditation is calming of the body. Because our mind is in our body, you want to calm the body down. And what it is you're cutting off your five senses. And so you're cutting off your five senses to just get in touch with who you are at a spiritual level. And that's what meditation is. It's nothing that only some people can do, or you have to go to some mountains and do. Everyone and anyone can meditate at any given point in time of their life. It just, you have to build the habit of it. You have to create the paradigm. And remember, the paradigm is just our habitual, a composite of our habitual habits that control most of our behavior, and most of our behavior is habitual. And so you don't have to think about how to tie your shoes. And if you watch a child who's never tied their shoes before, it's a daunting task for them. It's very hard. And it's no different for you if you're trying to meditate and you've never meditated before, or you don't have the paradigm of meditating. And just to let you know, like, I didn't grow up in a household that meditated. Like, this is not something that I grew up in Oak Cliff, Texas, or Red Bird when we lived there, or DeSoto, Texas when we lived there. So none of this was stuff that I grew up with. I had to create new paradigms for my life. And one of the paradigms that I really liked that I created was meditating. And so I always get the question of, how do I start? How do I start? And so I want to give you a very simple way to start. Start out doing a meditation of just 1 to 5 minutes. Now, this sounds like it's very short and like it's going to be very boring. This is going to be very difficult for you if you've never meditated, if you've never sat in silence, and if you've never just sat with yourself. So this is why I'm telling you 1 to 5 minutes. And this is exactly how I started out. When I first started out meditating, I was doing 1 to 5 minutes, and I was doing guided meditations. And I had to go and find all of this stuff. I didn't know what to do, so at that time I was going to like half-price books, buying meditating CDs, meditation books, getting yoga meditation, getting all of these things, just wasting money. And I don't want you to have to waste your money. And so because you're watching this on YouTube right now, you're already halfway there to being successful in meditating. And now all you need to do is just go on YouTube, go into the search bar and type in guided meditation. Now remember, you want to do I'll say 1 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes, it may be difficult. If it's 10 minutes is too difficult, don't go over 5 minutes. And just put in 1 to 5 minute guided meditation. The reason why I'm saying start out with a guided meditation, because you're only going to be focused on your senses of hearing. So because you're just hearing the person telling you to breathe in, breathe out, it's not hyperactive and it's not over activity in your brain. And so it's a great way to actually start it and building the habit. Now, the other reason why you want to do it from 1 to 5 minutes, you want to do this every day. Remember, a habit or the paradigm is something that is done through constant spaced repetition. And I always go back to a child. Like I always tell people, look at a child and they will teach you exactly how we learn as human beings. If you watch a child that's learning to tie their shoes, the first time they do it, it is horrible. They have no clue. The shoelaces all over the place. It's just in a big knot. And then you see they keep doing it. They keep doing it. They keep doing it. And then it comes a time where they reach an age, they don't even have to think about tying their shoes anymore. They just get up, put their shoes on, bam, it's in a like nice bow tie knot. And you can do the same thing with meditation. So like now on average, I usually meditate about 1 hour to 2 hours a day. This past weekend, because we had load shedding where there was no electricity here, I meditated for 3 hours. It was really lovely. I felt great afterwards, but I didn't start out doing 3 hour meditations. I didn't even start out doing 30-minute meditation. Like I tell you, I started out with 1 to 5 minute meditations, and it was difficult at first. So like, I really want you to understand, like, this is why I'm giving you the simplest way to start doing it, because it was just my sheer will and perseverance that I had to learn how to meditate. I knew it was something there that I needed, and I wanted to be a calmer person and a happier person and a nicer person. And so when you start getting into the meditation, the first couple of times your mind may be racing. You may have all these different thoughts. You see images flashing across your mind. You just want to keep the guided meditation because it's going to tell you to breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And it's going to get you into a rhythm. Now, after a couple of days or even a couple of weeks, depending on you, you're going to start realizing, okay, I need to go a little bit farther. It's not enough. And this is when you just, okay, do it again. Or go into a 20-minute, a 30-minute. You can go and try an hour if you feel like you're up to it. But now if it's too much, pull back and start back down, go back down. Don't quit. That is the key to meditation. Do not quit. Everybody I talk to who says, oh, I can't meditate, I tried. You didn't try, you quit meditating, and we can't quit. The only time we're unsuccessful in things, which we're still successful at, is when we quit. Most of us have been taught from school systems and all of this that quitting is the key, when it's actually not. Failing is the key. Messing up, making mistakes, and correcting those mistakes is the key. And so that's how it goes with even something as simple as meditation. Okay, hit my 10,000 steps for the day. And so that's one of the things. And like, really think about this, because our school system has been built on a lot of this knowledge incorrectly. And I'm not knocking teachers, I'm not knocking people in the education system. However, when this system was first made, it was made to make people slaves. It was made to make people go and work at a factory line. It was made to make people go work at a warehouse. It was not instilled in people to make us successful, to make us rich, to make us happy in life. That was not the concern of the world when people started making the school system. And so let's go to like kindergarten, preschool, and all of that. They have something called nap time. That is a form of meditation. You're taking them. So what that is actually doing, before the nap time, the kids are either active, they're doing things, their brain is just going, they're creating things in their mind. And then it's calming them down. It's getting them to relax, calm down, to get them in a tranquil place. And so that's the same thing meditation is doing. Taking a nap is meditating. So like that shows you, like, that's another way to meditate. Like if you ever had that instinct like, oh, I should take a nap. That's your inner being, your spirit, your self telling you, hey, I need to go meditate. I need to calm down, relax. And if you watch a child right after they take that nap time, they're very subdued, but also they're in order. Their mind is thinking in order. Everything is in an orderly manner. And that's the way we should want to be each and every day. We want to live an orderly life, meaning our thoughts are in order. We're not just out here sporadic, being programmed by the TV, the news, reality TV, or even friends and family in our neighborhood. And so you really want to start doing your meditation and start out slow, 1 to 5 minutes. And then once that start feeling like, oh, it's not enough time, gradually increase. Go to 10 minutes, go to 20 minutes, and then work your way up to maybe even an hour. You don't ever have to go to an hour. I'll be honest with you, from all of my studies and things that I'm listening to and learning from, it says that you really don't have to go more than 20 minutes into meditation to start getting yourself into orderly precision. Meaning your mind will start organizing things, organizing thoughts. And especially if you go into meditation, ask yourself a question like, hey, how did my life become so great? Hey, what did I do to get all this money? It doesn't matter if you don't have it yet, if your life's not great yet. Start asking yourself those questions and you'll see thoughts start aligning with that. And that's what it means to get in order. And the only way we can get into order is by calming the mind down. And so I hope you got some value from this. Let me know if you're getting into the meditation. Let me know if you're liking the guided meditations. I'll tell you, for me, I do silent meditations. The guided meditations distort me a little because I can go into a place with my breath work to where I can meditate better that way than hearing specific people talking to me while meditating. But let me know in the comments, how's meditation going for you? have you been doing meditation, and how long you been doing meditation, and what type of forms are you doing? There's different types of meditation. Meditation doesn't mean sitting with your legs crossed, and you don't have to shave your head like me or nothing like that. Just, you can meditate riding in the car. If you're in the back seat and just looking out the window, you can go into a meditative state very, very fast. And so you really want to start catching those meditative states. But first, you got to start putting yourself into a meditative state by going into meditation. And so I hope you got value from this. Make sure you hit the like button. Share this with someone who feel like they can't meditate, or they've tried everything, because this video might help them and may help them get to the place that they want to be in life. And so have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.